Hey everyone, welcome back to Ginatopia. Well, today we're going to do a get ready with me. So let's just get started. And I'm dropping everything here as usual. I've already started dropping, so let me pick it up. Bells is here. You know what Bells wants. You know what Bells wants. Why do you want Bells? Bells wants what's in that little jar. Don't you, Bells? Don't you, Bells? Bells wants what's in that little jar. Let me get Bells some treats so we can get started. She has assumed position. So let me get her some treats. Thrown on the floor, which will take her a few minutes. Well, 30 seconds to eat. Oh my gosh. I just keep knocking stuff off. So let's just get started with our eye cream and face cream. I'm going to start with my Signature Club A. I'm going to put the eye cream around my eyes. This feels so good around my eyes. I love this eye cream. I really like the way it feels. It's really emollient. And then go into the face cream. Put this on my face. Had a very low-key weekend, which was great. Since it's supposed to snow again, I don't think spring is ever going to get here, much less summer. This is the Pry Throat and Décolleté cream that I get off HSN. This is really good. I also used one from Signature Club A, which smelled wonderful. But I finished that up, and I just finished it up because I actually found it in the bathroom where I hadn't finished it up, and I had been using this, but it smelled great. So had nothing against it. I had just ordered this because it was in that adorable little canister, and I really like it too. So allergies are really bothering me this year. They hadn't bothered me this bad since I lived in Nashville. Let's use my Avon eye primer, which they have changed the formula, which I said the other day, and I am just not as crazy about it as I was. The jury is still out if I like it as well. It still holds my eyeshadow on really, really good. So I don't know why I'm complaining. I guess I just don't like change. I'm old and I don't like change. Plucked my eyebrows last night and I'm sore up in there. I really did a good plucking job, I think, as far as I could see. Okay, what eyeshadow palette do I want to use today? Let's see. I think I will use... Man, I've got so many. I think I'm going to use my Tartelette palette. I was really late getting on the bandwagon for this one, but I tell you, I love this palette. It is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It smells like vanilla. Beautiful palette. I'm going to go into the shade Free Spirit and just set my eyeshadow primer. Take that up there at my eyebrow bone really good. Been really worried about Mom and Dad both. Neither one of them's doing well. Unfortunately, Mother lives by herself, so when I can't get her on the phone, I panic. Dad does have a really great wife who takes really good care of him. We're so blessed to have her. But I worry myself to death about Mom. I really do panic She gets so irritated at me when I can't get a hold of her. Don't worry, she says, but how do you not worry about somebody you love so much? I'm going to go into the shade now, Caregiver, and I'm going to put this above the brow bone. I mean, she worries about me. When she can't get a hold of me, she panics. Always has. I call her my little diddle. If y'all don't know what a diddle is, diddle's a baby chicken. And I do worry about her. Worry myself to death. I worry about Dad too, but I know if something happens to Dad, Regina will call us. She has just been a blessing. She is a wonderful stepmother. Hairs, cat, Bella in my lap for 30 seconds. I got hairs up my nose. I just love these zit brushes. They are wonderful. Thank you, Erica. And then I'm going to go into the color Natural Beauty, which is right beside of it. This is the Plum Row. And I love these shadows in this palette. And then I'm just going in my crease with that. And then I'm coming down in a V shape on my lash line. Just something soft for work. Of course, you all know I like a soft eye look anyway. I'm not into those bold eye colors that these young girls can wear. They just don't seem to work well for me. I'm not sure what it is, but they just don't cut it for me. I look too bold. Get a Kleenex here and wipe my runny nose. These are buildable colors in this palette. Oh my gosh, dropped my brush. What is it with me today? But I like to keep it soft. I've got to take Mother for a test tomorrow over in Bristol. I tell you, doctors will test you to death, but she's been having some medical issues. Next, I'm going into a Best Friend, and I'm just going to load that up on this little brush here, and just in the crease, I'm making a V. Getting old isn't for wimps. Breaks my heart to see my parents be in such bad health. I know we're all going to be there someday if we live to be that age, but when you love them, it just breaks your heart. Mom's always been such a fighter. She don't like for anything to get her down. She can be barely moving one day, and the next day she'll feel halfway good, and she gets up, and I'm like, she's like trying to build the Parthenon or something, and I'm like, Mom, you've got to take it easy. She won't give herself time to get better. I get so irritated at her. I'm like, good gosh, Mom. Give yourself time to get better. I'd handcuff her to the bed if it was legal. told the doctor that, and I said, but the sheriff told me it wasn't legal. He says, but if you use furry handcuffs, it's a whole different situation, which I thought was hilarious. Her doctor's real good looking, and I thought that was so funny. I'm going in now with the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Mascara. She fell in July of last year and broke her shoulder and arm in 13 places. I had been out there every evening in 2 weeks, cleaning and working in her yard and doing some stuff for her. The one evening I had to go get a paper where I had to have a breast biopsy. The one evening I wasn't out there, she hurt herself. The one evening. Luckily, a guy across the street, 2 houses up, heard her screaming. He went out to wash his car. That woman, she's going to be the death of me. She could work 10 hired workers to death. I'm saying. I used to tell her, she'd say she'd be out with one of her friends who's now deceased, and she'd say, I don't know why she always gets asked out and I don't. I said, well, Mother, she's sitting there giving them the come hither look, you know, chewing that chewing gum, giving them that come hither look. And I said, you're sitting there saying, my greenhouse needs to be cleaned out, my basement needs to be cleaned out, I need to rake and put down mulch. I said, now who looks more appealing, that come hither look or a list of I need dones? You tell me who's going to get asked out. Just saying. I know if I was a man, who would I'd ask out? I really took her friend's death hard. I'd known this lady since I was a little girl. She and Mother had been friends since high school. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. Okay, next let's put my face primer on. And you know my favorite face primer is the Professional by Benefits. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other primers up there that I can just see off the top of my hand. Just by glancing. But this is still my favorite. I just need to use up some of those other ones or pull them out and give them away, because this is my favorite. There's a couple other ones up there that are decent primers that I may use when I'm working around the house or something, but this is my favorite. Love this primer. I gave some to Erica and she really liked it. Oh, discoloration. What am I going to do with you? I don't like to go through 10 layers of lavender and green and orange and all these colors just for work. I mean, who am I trying to impress at work? Nobody. Now I'm going in. That was the clock I knocked off. I was wondering what the clock was. I don't know where it is. I'll find you later, clock. With my Revlon 24 Hour Color Stay in the shade 200. couple squirts will do you, usually. And I'll just dab this on my face. I love this makeup. First time I ever heard about this was swimming with my sister-in-law Samantha. Her makeup didn't budge. I said, Samantha, what do you have on? And she told me about this. So I tried it. I couldn't believe it. And then when I went to New York, I really gave it the try out. And that's when I knew for sure that I loved this makeup. So I have it in several different colors. I sometimes wear it in 150 when I'm extremely frosty. And I wear it in 220 in the summer. And right now in the transition, I'm wearing it in 200. I'm really liking this 200 shade. Really, really, really well. Just a beautiful color. Oh, lighting's not right in this room. I can't get it right. I don't know what's wrong. It's never right. Never, ever, ever. And I'm using my Real Techniques sponge to apply this. You can use these sponges dry or wet. I have used them dry, and I do from time to time. But I do prefer to use them wet. But this is the one sponge that I will use dry. The other ones I don't care to use dry. And I want just a little bit more on my nose. Alrighty, let's wipe this off my mouth because I can't stand to have it on my lips. I know Nikki Tutorials puts it all over her lips, but I can't stand that. So rub it in really good on my neck. Okay, make sure it's rubbed down around my eyes and my nostrils real good. Okay. Now let's take a small brush. Let's see. Let me shadow a minute. And let's go into this Best Friend on my palette, and I'm going to load my little brush up, and I'm going to go underneath my eyes. I used to love black eyeliner, but as I've aged and with all my allergies, it just don't work anymore. So things have to change. Mike and I have been trying to decide where we're going to go back on vacation this year. We've got to get passports if we're going to go back to Niagara Falls. They're now requiring passports to go back up there, which we wanted to go, so we've got to get passports for that. We thought about going back to New York with our friends Pam and Robert, because we do love New York, and we also thought about going to New Orleans. And I'd kind of like to see Savannah, but Mike is more up on New Orleans than Savannah. So, we're not sure where we're going to go this year, because 3 years ago we went to New York with our friends Matt and Christina, because I had always wanted to go to New York and see Ellis Island, because my great-grandfather, Dominic's name is on the wall up there. I almost got arrested because no one told me stun guns are illegal in New York. Just saying. Almost got arrested. Don't take take stun guns, mace, or a knife over 2 inches long to New York. That's the reason crime is so high up there. You can't protect yourself. Just saying. And then, let's see, 2 years ago we went to Chicago. I wasn't off the bus 2 minutes and got hit on. Yeah, that was interesting. And then, last year we went to Niagara Falls, which last year all we had to have was a valid birth certificate and driver's license, which we went to the DMV and got our birth certificates, which we have since lost. Don't know what we've done with them. What have I done with that brush? So we'll have to go back to the DMV and get our driver's license. Our birth certificates again. But we also will have to apply for a passport if we're going to go back to Niagara Falls, which the Canada side of Niagara Falls is so much more beautiful than the American side of Niagara Falls. It was absolutely breathtaking, I tell you. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. The only thing that would be prettier than Niagara Falls would have to be heaven. I'm telling you. Absolutely stunning. And if you go to Niagara Falls, you have got to go to Skyline Towers. It's a restaurant. I'm not sure how many stories up it is, but it revolves. Just, oh man, it was so very, very nice. Very, very nice. That was the only thing I wanted to do when we went on our trip. And so we really enjoyed that. Mike had things he wanted to do, and I had things I wanted to do. And you walk across the Rainbow Bridge to get into Canada from the American side, and it's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So this year we wanted to do something different. Our friends Matt and Christina just went to Disney World and wanted us to go with them, but I didn't really care for that. I have to be careful. I have to be limited on how much walking I do with my knee. That's the reason when we went to Chicago, we took cabs everywhere we went. We didn't do, I was like minimal walking. We went and saw a Cubs game. We went to the pier. Everything we did was by cab. So we did like minimal walking. When we went to Niagara Falls, the only walking we did was across the bridge. Everything else, you take transportation. But it was just so nice. So very nice. I don't know why I'm taking so long. I guess I'm just getting chatty. Just getting chatty. Let's put my... I hope I'm not boring you to death. I'm not real good at these. But if you ever get a chance to go to Niagara Falls, that is one trip I highly recommend. I've not been to California. I'm not really sure that I'd want to go. I've been to Dallas, and that was nice, but... And I've been to Florida. That was nice. But, Panama City. And I've been to Miami Beach, which I think is just way too crowded. But, let me tell you, I did enjoy my trip to Chicago. Now, a lot of people are afraid to go to Chicago because they hear it's like the murder capital of the world. But if you stay in very populated areas and take the tour attractions they offer, you're pretty safe. We took cabs and stuff, so we were pretty safe. So, it's just where you go. We had to walk from Wrigley Field 2 blocks to get to a cab. And that's the most walking we did there. Everything else was cab. right there, you know, a cab right on site. So, and there was a police department between Wrigley Field and what we called a cab. So I felt like we were pretty safe. Somewhere there's a cat hair and I can't get it off my face. And let's see, for blush, I'm going to use my Estee Lauder Fresh Plum. I panned this blush last year and I'm just trying to use it up this year. I love this blush. Came in a gift set. I love Estee Lauder products. You have to kind of go light-handed with this. Oh, I just broke the lid off of it. It's alright, I'm still going to use it up. Still going to use it up. Yep. Yep. See? Just broke the lid off of it. That's not going to deter me. I'm still going to use it up. Well, I'll have to figure out how to put that lid back on it. And let's see, the lip gloss that I'm going to use today is the Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine. I'm going to do this on a Try It Tuesday. I've been using this for over a week now because, you know, I don't like to do first impressions. Because first impressions are often deceiving. You either sometimes like something and then you turn out not to like it, or you hate something because you don't know how to use it. So that's the reason I don't like to do first impressions. Okay, that's a soft look for today. Don't like to overdo it at work. I'm the first person people see when they come in the office. And when I had my Halloween stuff on, the guy thought that that's how I wore makeup every day. And then when I got up, he says, "Oh, you're dressed up." I said, "Do you think I dress like this every day?" I had big contoured cheeks and big stuff here. And I was like, "Do you think I dress like this every day?" I was like, I thought it was funny. But anyway, I guess he thought I didn't know how to wear my makeup. But he was an older gentleman, and I guess he just thought I was a little flamboyant. But anyway, if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe and be sure to click the little bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. And be sure to share the love, not the hate. And Bella just hopped back up to say goodbye. To say goodbye. Yeah, my baby Bells. Little meanie weenie. Little meanie weenie. Yeah, little meanie weenie. Yeah, she's my baby. She's my baby. Yeah. Gotta love this baby. Gotta love this baby. Yeah. I wish you could hear her purr. Be sure to share the love, not the hate.